I'm confused because I thought they noticed that shit, like, immediately.
They did, but then it never became relevant. So the empty protein drink is what I'm going to want for this.
Yep. Which is going to be automatically there.
Okay.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it was absolutely not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be there before the rec room was unlocked.
No, that's wrong! Haha, we are covering half of your face! You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course, it came from the window you broke to get it in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
Whenever a character gets new sprites, that's when you know shit's going down. And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier, when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it.
If that were the case, that would explain the can being glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison and not the protein can.
Oh, okay. So there's been something that's been bugging me for a while, and that was like, if you switch the poison and the protein between the two bottles, first off, why would you bother putting the protein into the poison jar instead of just getting rid of it? And second, how would you do that without a third container to be holding it? Because you have to empty one of them before you can put the other stuff in it.
That's fair.
This explains that now, because if we assume the bottle of poison was sitting there on the chair, got glass in it, and somehow Sakura drank it, then someone could come in, take the empty bottle back, pour the protein into it just for the sake of emptying out the protein can, and then plant that. Okay, that explains something I've been wondering about this whole time. Jeez.
The logistics, yes. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? Well, we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
Hey, this is a protein shake. Ignore the label. No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was. E.
Precisely. She was all alone in a locked room. All she had was a poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it, knowing what it was.
I mean, you did the same thing.
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Thank you. Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre?
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room had to have been...
I know the answer.
Sakura?
It's definitely not Hiro.
It wasn't Hina.
No spoilers, E.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
Lying. Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that? No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Oh, Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. This is where it's coming up. I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Are we
Another
doing...
dance thing.
Time for more rhythm.
Should we check to see how to get the bullets refilled?
Yeah,
Killing the groove.
tab, okay.
Tab.
I was hitting caps lock.
Quick, quick.
It's not letting me switch, okay. I thought I would have had to switch to her shoe. Oh, I guess her shoe was called yellow powder.
Yep.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it? It did. It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf of the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab? Ah! Wait. So what was that powder doing on Ochre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. Ah! And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. The powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to the section? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No, it was me. The poison. Jeez, everyone just wants to be killed for killing Sakura.
And she's got a reason.
Because I killed her. No, you didn't kill her. The one that killed Sakura. Connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. It was me! I never thought the time would come where we're actually choosing the dead person.
Hey, you got it right.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself. Yeah!
What? The killer was Sakura.
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I can believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room and she drank it. Also, she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room. Because, of course, Byakuya created it. The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in there, so nobody could stop her. Did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locker until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
Yeah.
You did it to throw off the investigation. When we found your body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew, Sakura.
Huh.
And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual
You cut out after unusual.
your actions were.
More unusual.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. Shaky legs, she left the rec room. I love it, you just see the silhouette of Genocide Jack going, "Hey, jazz hands!"
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison. What? What did I just say?
Sorry, I was eating a hamburger.
Bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together, and once you were back in the rec room... I got everyone. Ah! Ogre?
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
Oh, Genocide Jack was the one that was out when we found Sakura.
Oh. Sakura's been killed, I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions.
Actions
I said that.
after that.
Oh, to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder, and the bottle of poison. Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she had killed Sakura?
No. No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it! That's enough, Hina. It's over. It's not! Nothing's over! It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly. I have to create a manga!
Right.
Alright, so...
Byakuya.
Yeah. Ooh. Alright, let's see.
Locker.
E, please.
Sorry, it was right there.
Amen. Here. Hang on. God, she looks so evil. Have some candy. Oh my God, candy. Okay. Okay, so this was. There we go. So this was after. Okay, it was. No, that's the. No, we need the night. This. Okay, no, that was the night. Okay, the night. Okay, here we go. And then... Alright, so that's why this happened. Da-da-da-da. God, can I just point out, by the way, the freaking... the sequence of events that happened here, basically. So, Sakura got hit on the head with a bottle by Yasuhiro. Then got hit in the head with a bottle by Genocide Jack. Then drank poison. Damn, it took a lot to finally kill her!
Yep. That same spinning wheel thing.
Whee!
No, that's not it.
Huh? Look. Oh no, that's Chem C. Oh no, that's Chem C9. That is the one. But okay. Hang on.
Was it?
Chem C.
Wait.
I guess it could be theoretically it could be either of these because there's that. Oh no, because this one it's empty. Okay. Okay, so here she's picking it up. Okay. Oh no, she's dead. Bottle. I will take that. Look at Genocide Jack in the background. We're all like, oh god, dead body. She's like, ah. Alright,
She's playing with the hair.
I think we got this. Looking at everything else, there's just showing the bottle, the letter. This stuff is stuff that was already shown in the pictures itself, so I think we're good.
Uh-huh.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Urgh.
Oh my god, it was exactly right. It's exactly what you did.
Specifically, those people asked were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Hey, it's each of our characters too. Did I just realize that?
One of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro.
I like how Sakura is in the I've been waiting for you.
I've been waiting for you to have some candy. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. Run away! But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing, so as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the top shelf with all the others. Okay, I guess she needs to see a lot of blood to pass out. Because she didn't pass out from seeing the attack or from seeing her name.
Or maybe it has to be blood in association with the body?
Maybe. But in a rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Da-da-da-da! Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And Sakura's just thinking, I hope Byakuya decides not to come. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. Whee! She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It It was,
Dun dun.
it was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario and then drank the deadly mixture. And there she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. I'm so angry! But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. Complete! That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Well, I mean...
You still haven't realized. We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes it so complicated. That's what you don't understand, and that's why you couldn't solve this case. See, didn't I tell you? When you dismiss others' feeling, it'll always come back to bite you.
Preferably the rear end. Hey, hey!
By the way, you're gonna be a little upset in a few minutes.
Oh boy.
Eat, stop spoiling.
I'm just saying for... No, wait. You're right. The reason why would be a spoiler. Sorry. Continue.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
You seriously forgot?
Seriously, I don't care.
I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your liver and cast your votes. So who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What do we actually vote for?
I guess we're gonna vote for Sakura.
Because there are dead people on that thing.
Guilty, sort of.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself. Okay, we're done here. So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. There's still one thing I don't understand. Why did you try and cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us. Yet, why did you do that?
Yeah, we almost died there. Because it's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. That's why. You couldn't let her be the only one that died.
You don't mean you're gonna take us all with you?
We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes, you criminal scum. For serious? That's... You still don't understand? Let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died?
Oh, my boner's back. She said the word.
Look at this. I think this is Sakura's suicide note, so I guess you read it, Rhino.
Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
That's... I found it on the ground, in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jacket attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down! You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine!
I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me. You tried to protect me, but because of me, my closest friend got hurt.
Sakura.
Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility.
Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't! Don't you see how dangerous that is?
Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Ina, please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy. They're friends.
Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet... Da-da-da-da. You trampled all over her feelings. And then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding. Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you'd pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Ina, you came.
Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Ina,
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
A favor?
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to?
Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura! Let me in! Please, open the door!
That explains the stride difference.
Why? Why? The what difference?
Remember how we said the stride was different on the way in than out of the shelf?
Oh yeah. Well, no, that was from her getting the actual thing. She
She saw it and then
Well, no,
didn't
see, she
grab it
didn't
at the
actually
time.
grab it. She walked there, saw it, and then sprinted back.
No,
so she had a longer stride.
because she did grab it when she was setting up the whole thing to make it look like she did it. She didn't go into the powder at all when she first walked in. Was like, oh, there's powder on the floor. Oh, something's missing from the shelf. She didn't walk into the powder at that point.
Oh, something's missing from the shelf. Oh shit.
Yeah, basically. I think the stride difference as we're seeing is because she was trying to hurry out before someone realized she was gone for too long, basically. Why? Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet, you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. That just added to the weight she had to carry. I didn't even realize it. Hina, we killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her. People like us shouldn't be allowed to live.
And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the last trial.
Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura's actually thinking when she died?
What did you say?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
Of course I know what she was thinking. It's her and me.
Well, what I'm really trying to say is, don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?